Friends and subscribers, it is first week of June 2012 and a lovely summer day here in eastern China. You're looking at the now almost completed construction of a new building called the Wuxi Theater, and it should be having its groundbreaking ceremony sometime this summer. A magnificent looking structure. I'll get you a better look at it here as I go around to the back side. You know, that's you know what's going on here. The landscape is changing. You see the housing in the background there. Those are all new, and that is in support, of course, of the development on this side of Taihu Lake, which is a gorgeous man-made lake in the Shanghai Delta area. If you're an architect or engineer or anything to do with construction, designing a building, urban planning, this is probably the best place for you to be if you're starting out with your career, or if you have a small company, if you're established. This is a place where you can come and do projects. Got a beautiful sunset there. A little cloudy and hazy today, but not anything to complain about. Got a nice little waterfront here with good landscaping and a park. Goes all the way around. This area here, Wuxi, has actually some great parks and some great new buildings and things to do that you don't find in other parts of China. Wuxi is actually a sister city of Suzhou, which is made famous mostly for Westerners by Marco Polo. He spent a great deal of time in Suzhou and had many writings on the city and what he found there. Here's Wuxi Grand Theater, and this is up and close here. It's got a Oriental style roof with what looks like awnings that are almost like leaf-like. Some of the old Chinese and Oriental ships had that type of shape to their mass, and that's kind of what they were going for here. First purchase looks quite similar. I've got several of these, but decided to pick up another one. It's a 2012 set of Silver Panda with a 1/10 ounce 2012 gold Panda, and I just want to give a little representation of how much bigger the 1/10 is than the 1/20th. In thickness and in overall size, it's quite significant. It's double, basically. 50 Yuan denomination on the coin compared to the 1/20ths that have the 20. So yeah, I love fractional. Like I said, you know, if you can get fractional, get it. Easy to break up, and if you sell them in singles, if you're going to sell them, you will realize that premium, and then you won't, shall we say, get rid of all your physical in 1 ounce coins. You'll be able to watch what happens and sell off when you need to. Here's a 2010 Expo piece. Now, Expo was, of course, in Shanghai. World Fair is what it was called before, back in the old days. This is a token or token key for the China Pavilion. I don't know if you can see this very well, but it's a Chinese style coin. It's not round. It's got a shape to it. It's not a fan. That's another kind of Chinese coin. This is name escapes me, but it is unique to China. Not being a fan or a coin, a round coin, but it has Shanghai on the back. It says Expo, and it has Chinese Pavilion, which is now famous. They kept the structure up. Everything else has been torn down, but they'll keep this one forever. Looks like an upward downsized building, and it's quite magnificent if you get a chance to see it. I do recommend seeing that. Reason why I got this is I saw it, you know, it's a 10-gram silver coin. It is a collectible. It has a certificate of authenticity, so I decided to get that because basically all the Expo stuff is now sold out. And another reason why I got this, which is the token coin for the 2010 Expo for United States, and there was only one more of these left, so that is why I got it. On the front of the token and 10-gram coin, it has Statue of Liberty. It has some other information, including the picture of the actual Expo building for United States, which they were reluctant to do all out because at the time it was still close to the financial crisis in the end of 2008 there, and they didn't want to spend a significant amount of money on the Expo, and there was a question as to whether the U.S. would exhibit at the Expo, and they did. Not a bad exhibition, but not the best among the nations for sure. And then finally, got here is something a little more significant that I really love. There's the COA. Only 20,000 of these are made, and it is a Yuanbao, which has a long history in China. The Qing Dynasty actually first started making silver ingots called Yuanbao 300 BC, and they did this as a standard weight and measure for exchange of goods and services throughout the country. And only when Genghis Khan actually took over China and united it did they get fiat money, and he's actually the first person to introduce fiat paper money. Interesting side note there. So wood box, and inside of it is 5 Yuanbao ingots, which are really lovely, and I highly recommend getting some if you're a collector, because they're beautifully made, have a nice shine to them. They don't mint too many of them if they're in a collector's box like this. This is something you don't want to sell no matter what the price of silver. It's a collector's item. The premium is high, and that's acceptable. You know, you sell your bars, your bullion coins, and your tubes of government issue coins. That's what you're going to sell physical when you need to. This stuff you just keep as a memento and as a store of value, and something that you can never replace. So I'll always remember China in many ways when I do eventually leave, and this is one way that I will remember it, by having product that I can keep and pass on to the next generation, and hopefully teach them and give them a good understanding of what is real assets and what is real money. So that's it. That's this month's purchase. Again, keep stacking. We know that there's a cool off in the spot price, but that shouldn't concern us at all. A good friend of ours, Bob Chapman, passed away here several days ago, and he had always said, don't look at the price, don't pay attention to it, just buy every month and put it aside. We don't care what the spot price is, we just care about getting real assets, and we care about being prepared, mind, body, and soul. So that's it for today. I'll leave you with this sunset here, which is looking quite nice up against that bridge.